If you're stuck doing music creation, let me tell you, it's not easy. It's not gonna be easy. So for anybody that's thinking that, you know, this is just some overnight blow up or some overnight success thing, you know, social media has made things a lot easier, right? But before social media, it took 10 years for overnight success. So what y'all thinking is overnight success, it actually took that artist or that big time celebrity or filmmaker, whoever, 10 years to put in their hours. You got to put in those, I think they said it's like 10,000 hours. You have to put in the work before you can start seeing results. A lot of us don't put in a lot of work. We do very minimal work and want to see results. So I don't want anybody thinking that YouTube or any platform, TikTok or any platform or just anything that you do, any business that you're trying to create is going to be something that is a, you know, just a get rich quick. If you're in it for that, you're in it for the wrong reasons. And a lot of those people that have that mindset either end up giving up or they end up giving up because they don't get the reward in the time that they think that they should get it. On YouTube, for example, I see a lot of people posting, and when they post, they don't look at the analytics, right? They don't keep in mind that YouTube goes off of a 365 day kind of year to date kind of thing, right? So if you're gonna go hard on YouTube, you need to go as hard as you can, like for a year, or like year to date. If you don't reach it in this year, you still that next year you need to make up your mind that, okay, I'm gonna go hard for another 365 days. I would just keep going because typically you're so close to it when you want to give up. So I would just keep going. For those of us that you know, we post a video here and there and then we're like, man, I got 10 videos already, like why didn't I blow up? It's like, that's not how it works. You know what I'm saying? Most people don't even have 100 videos and they're like, why I didn't blow up? You don't even have 100 videos. Mr. Beast and a lot of the big names would tell you, I don't want to talk to you until you have your first 100 videos up. So, and then the average YouTuber, the average successful YouTuber had 1,000 videos up. Now y'all are probably like, oh no, they don't have up that many. It's because what happens is most of their videos they end up deleting once they blow up or become famous. So if they have 1,000 videos up, or what I'm saying is they put in 1,000 video reps. They recorded 1,000 videos and uploaded them. Now, whether they took them back down later on because they were like, oh man, because typically what happens is as you go along, you get better and better and better. You understand what I'm saying? And as you get better, you're gonna look at your older videos and be like, oh my God, that was so horrible. So you're going to want to delete it because you got better over time. You should always learn from your mistakes. You should learn from your older videos. But your older videos, your first videos, is what makes you get better. If you don't post the first video, you have to start messy. You have to start messed up. If you don't post your first video, you'll never get to your best videos. You see what I'm saying? And so that's typically what a lot of us do is we want to be, and I'm a perfectionist too, you know what I'm saying? But we want to be perfect, and that's fine. But if you can be perfect and still put out videos every day, then that's fine. Do it. That's the goal. But if you are stuck on, oh man, I want to be perfect, I want to put out this perfect content, but that is hindering me, you understand what I'm saying, from putting out content, then YouTube does not pay you off of procrastination. YouTube does not pay you off of, you know, the perfect video. They could, don't get me wrong, they could, but don't get me wrong, you should be doing a lot of research. You should be making sure your videos are very good. And you know, the whole nine. But if any of those things are hindering you from being consecutive, then you have to push yourself a little more than that. You know what I'm saying? Another thing is the issue that I had. I want to post content, right? My problem is a lot of the people that I work with, or a lot of the people that I try to help, they don't have the same drive and determination that I, or the same time that I do. So what happens is either our schedules are misaligning or something like that, or I might want to work all day, they might want to work half the day. So it gets in the way of my creativity, and then I probably get in the way of their creativity. So what I believe that we also need to learn is how to work alone, right? Once you learn how to work alone and that you don't need anybody, then you'll see you become unstoppable. And then you see that now people are coming to you for help. People are coming to you for answers, because they're like, whoa, this guy is going nonstop. This lady is going nonstop. I want to be like them. You see, so sometimes that's how we have to be. I feel like a lot of times we have to be. I'm a very shy, bashful, and introverted person. So me going out in public is really difficult. You know, but then also too, going out in public, is I guess it depends on what type of photographer or videographer or whatever musician that you are. Like, for example, if you are a photographer and you film or you take photos of wildlife or landscape, I feel like that's a lot easier, because you don't really need anybody to be in the frame. Your subject is already in the frame. You can just find a random building or a random bird. Me, for example, what I do is I film videos and do music, and I also do that for other artists, and I also try to teach other artists how to do that. So, for example, if I'm filming a video for somebody, right, sometimes it's difficult for me to be on both sides of the camera, behind the camera and in front of the camera. Especially, it depends on how good your autofocus is, and you really have to learn composition and framing and stuff. So, but like for my professional camera that I have, the autofocus is okay, but the lighting has to be so perfect, or else you could have a lot of hiccups in the autofocus. A lot of times my phone is way better with autofocus than my professional camera, right? But a lot of the content that I want to put out, I want to put out with my professional camera. Now, along with that comes a lot of editing, color grading, color correcting, and that type of stuff. I really don't care about a lot of the edits where you're cutting out parts. That's not really my big focus. It's a lot of people that's their focus. They want to focus on cutting out parts. And I understand there's going to be parts that you have to cut out. But like when I'm filming, I typically try to have in mind, like if we're doing a podcast or a documentary, I typically try to do it without any hiccups. And if there are hiccups in the video and they're not too bad, I can leave them in there. If the hiccups or the mess ups are too bad, then yeah, I can take out one part or two part or three parts out of a whole 30-minute video. That's no problem. But some people do so many cuts that, I mean, it's like you do 30 to 50 to 100 cuts. It's like that can get in the way of your posting. You see what I'm saying? So my thing is just the color grading and the color correcting. To me, that is the biggest thing. I'm big on quality, and so that is the biggest thing that I focus on when I'm putting out content. Another thing is, I like I said, don't rely on other people. Don't rely on other people, because there's a lot of people that call my phone And they're like, hey man, how do you do this? Or hey man, how do you do that? And you know, just like I have a cell phone and they're gonna ask me something, all I'm gonna do is look it up on my phone. Or I have already looked it up on my phone, so that's why they come to me, because they know I know it. My thing is, the same way that I can learn something, look something up on my phone, instead of sitting in front of the TV watching cartoons or go hanging out with my friends, whatever, we all have the same 24 hours in a day, right? So don't expect anybody to do the research for you. Do the research for yourself. And if you research and research and research till you, I don't even watch TV. That's how much I research stuff. So people that sit around and watch TV and watch the sports game and all that, they be like, man, I know more than you. I highly doubt it. You know more than me about sports or TV shows or that type of stuff. You don't know more than me in this area right here. Because while you're studying that, I'm studying this. You see what I'm saying? So how, that's no comparison. You can tell me about some people just think they know everything, right? But if you know everything, why are you ringing my phone? If you know everything, why am I helping you? You see what I'm saying? So that's my thing. I don't mind helping people, but people that feel like they know it all, or they're cocky or conceited or whatever, it kind of turns me off, because it's like, you know, if you know everything, why are you asking for free advice over here? Because I paid for everything I've learned, you know. And if you know everything, then why? I can look at somebody's content, not in all cases, but in a lot of cases, I can look at their content or look at how they maneuver, you know, or really just have a conversation with them and find, and that just lets me know the mindset of a person. I can go on their YouTube and hear them talk, or just see how they orchestrate stuff, and I'm like, you know, either they haven't structured their page the way that they want to, or they really just think they know it all, or they're saying they know it all and they really don't. You know what I'm saying? So we cannot expect the answers to just like fall into our lap, you know. Like when you look at a team, and a team, it's a contribution from a lot of different people. It's not one person doing 90% of the work and then some people just pitching in when they want to. I mean, you can have a team like that, but I don't really feel like that's really like a team. If you got one person doing majority of the work, I mean, that's more like it's their business, and you just got people that are just kind of pitching in and helping. So that's my thing. Like, I can't, it's hard for me to work with people like that you know, I almost want to say they're not bringing anything to the table, or they're not matching what you're bringing to the table. And it's cool, I understand we're not all gonna have the same mindset or whatever, but like I said, back to what I'm saying, if you're sitting up watching TV for 8 hours a day, or 5 hours a day, or 6 hours a day, or 10 hours a day, with that same 10 hours, with that same 8 hours, you can be researching stuff. I know it's boring, but how serious are you about this overnight success? We've gotten to a point where the internet, cell phones, AI, it's become so easy. You understand what I'm saying? To be able to go somewhere in life. And there's a lot of trash information out there, yeah. There's a lot of information to distract you, but I know that TV and anything entertainment, hanging out with your friends or going out for the weekend, or you know, whatever, that is just as distracting and entertaining. You know what I'm saying? We cannot blame anybody else because we're not successful if we're not putting in the same work that they're putting in. If we're putting in the same work they're putting in, I'm pretty sure they would be okay with helping us. Unless you're talking to somebody who's so big and now they charge for consultation, which I believe that most of us that do have that level of wisdom, we should be charging for consultation. We should be charging for, video shoots and music and all that. I don't care who it is, family or not. Because when you do things for free for people, it's kind of like they don't really understand the value of it. Now, if you put a price on it and you're charging everybody else that price, when your family and friends know that that's the price you charge, they'll probably take you more serious. They're probably not going to play games with you, because you can easily tell them, look, man, I have a client that's paying me $1,500, right? If you want a time slot on my calendar, I'm going to have to say no to one of these $1,500 clients, or one of these $800 clients, or one of these $3,000, $5,000 clients to fit you in. So if you as a friend or a family member don't see the value in what I'm giving to you, then go do it yourself. And that goes for all of us, right? Because there's some people that know more than me, right? I have a cousin that is a big time film. He's a big time actor in film, right? On my God family side, my cousin on my God family side. And if me and him sat down for 15 minutes or 30 minutes, or even if he shared one piece of advice with me, he shared one piece of advice with me one time. And that one piece of advice that he shared with me within, I think we're only talking for like not even a minute. That piece of information was so valuable for what I was trying to figure out. So he probably just gave me like $1,500 worth of gain, worth of information. $3,000, $5,000 worth of information. $10,000, whatever he sees that as valuable, whatever it is valuable to me, right? Like, how far is it gonna take my career by knowing that information? You see what I'm saying? So by me having that information, I was able to research more on the topic that on the topic that he gave me. You see what I'm saying? He could have charged me for that consultation. Just like I can charge other people for consultation, but I don't, because I'm trying to help people on the bottom. But when you got people that are not trying to help themselves, this could be why you're stuck doing music creation. Research is powerful. They have so many tools. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, vidIQ is a powerful tool. TubeBuddy, keywords everywhere, Google Trends, YouTube search bar, Google search bar. When you go on YouTube and you type, like, let's say you're looking for music creation, you type music creation in the search bar, it's gonna come up with like 10 or 15 different results up under that. Look at those, study those. Those are gonna help you. Like, you typed in a topic and basically it popped up with a lot of similar topics. Study those. vidIQ is very helpful. Google Trends is very helpful. And I don't know if I said it already, but yeah, I think I did. YouTube works in like a 365-day cycle. So a lot of us, we don't pay attention to our analytics. We just blindly post videos, and then we're like, man, I have so many people that share that post a video, and then they want to share it with a lot of people. Oh, if I share it with a lot of people, it's gonna work the algorithms. And then they share it with 100 people, 50 people watch it, and it got 50 views, 55 views, and then it stops. Because they don't understand how YouTube works. And when I try to tell them or give them the game for free, they don't want to hear it. So when somebody shares a video with me, it's like, hey man, go put a like on my video, go put a comment and share it with somebody. They don't understand how YouTube works. That is a part of it, but that is not the heart of it. The heart of it, I've realized that people are not gonna support you. Okay? I've learned how to figure it out and get views and without people, without friends, without family. I don't need nobody. You understand what I'm saying? And when you figure that out, you become dangerous. You become successful. Because it's like your own people are jealous or envious or don't want to see you, go anywhere. And like, I don't know what it is. Or maybe they just don't believe in you. And I'm the type where I have learned and figured out how to post content and get views without friends, without family. They don't have time. That's cool. I get the views from somebody else. I'll get the likes from somebody else. I don't need y'all. Now all of a sudden, family and friends want to, oh my gosh, look at it. He's growing without me. How? Now they want to come and ask, how do you do that? And hey, I'm trying to be as generous and cool and helpful as possible. But I also have to understand that you can't be generous, you know what I'm saying, to everybody. It'll leave you stuck. If that person is spending 8 hours sitting around watching TV, that's why they're stuck. If they're not researching for 8 hours a day, that's why they're stuck. If they know so much and they're not taking the advice that you're giving, that's why they're stuck. I can take you to the water, I can lead you to the water, but I can't make you drink.